Hello, my name is David Burton, and in this presentation I will be dealing with my web application design for Software Engineering 3. Firstly, I will deal with use cases in the use case diagram. As you can see on the screen, I have three actors for this system: a user, a power user, and a moderator. I will first discuss the user. A new user, when they first come to the web application, may register into the system by providing personal details such as username and password. Once your registration has been successfully completed, the user can then log in after providing their user details which they specified in registration. From here, they will be taken to a home page where they can rate a book or search for a book. If they decide to search for a book, they can enter a term such as a book name or maybe a partial book name, and here they will be taken to a book page where they can comment on the book and read other users' comments on the book. Back to the home page, if they do not wish to search for a book, they can go and rate a book, in which they will be given a random book. From here, they can like it, dislike it, skip to the next book, or read the blurb. If they read the blurb, they will be taken to the comment section. A specific type of user is a power user. Power user is a user that has made 10 or more comments. These veteran users can post books that maybe are not in the database. Lastly, there's the moderator. The moderator can remove comments from books that they deem inappropriate, or they can delete user accounts from repeat offenders, of repeat offending users that make inappropriate comments. Nextly, I will talk about the class diagram. Here we see how all the classes interact within the system. Firstly, you have a power user, which is a subclass of the user, as explained before. These interface with the controller, which interfaces with the Data Access Object Factory, or DAO factory. The moderator will also interface with this. Depending on who is using it, the user or the moderator, the DAO factory will create either a user DAO or a moderator DAO, here called a mod DAO. These DAOs interface directly with the database, either inserting, reading, updating, or deleting rows and tables within the database. Depending on what the query is, such as a read query, the database will then parse the necessary information back into a result set. From here, it will be returned back to who needs it, such as the user and moderator, and displayed on the screen appropriately. Lastly, I will talk about the sequence diagrams. Apologies for the sequence diagram as it does not fit on the screen, but I will talk about it now in detail. This is a sequence diagram for registration for a new user. A new user will come in and click registration button. From here they will insert a username. The username will then be handled by a controller and back through registration to the database, where it will be checked against existing usernames. If the username exists within the database, as the check here is done, it will be rejected. If the username does not exist, it will be accepted, and the user will then be prompted to insert a password. A similar check will be done here, in that it will be checked against business logic within the system, such as if it's long enough, it contains appropriate character types, etc. If not, it will be rejected. If so, it will be accepted, and the user will be told that their registration has been successful. Next, I have the sequence diagram for search functionality. A user comes along, having assumed to have logged in, and enters a search term, such as a book or a partial search term, and they click search. They execute a search. This search is handed over to a handler. The handler creates the query, passes it to a user DAO. The DAO then interfaces with the database. It executes a read query. The result is then handed back to the DAO and up back to the user, where they have been given a book, a result. If this result is not what they want, they can loop through to subsequent results, as detailed here in this loop. Lastly, I will discuss the delete user account functionality for the moderator. The moderator goes to a delete page where they enter the name of the user the user account they wish to delete. This is fully at their own discretion. They enter the name, they delete it. The system then goes and gets the name and the account. It checks it in the database, getting the first name, then the second name to ensure that the username is present in the system. It then prompts the moderator, are they sure they wish to delete this because it is a permanent action. Once it's done, it cannot be undone. If the user confirms, the account is removed and the delete is completed. Thank you for watching this presentation. If there's anything I have missed, details should be in the report attached to this presentation. Thank you.